Hello, people. I hope everybody's doing well. Uh, this video I'm making for a fella that goes by the channel name Dig Doug's Artifacts and Adventures. He had a very nice piece that he was displaying the other day, and was curious about a nutting stone, and the circles are the drill spots into a rock. It kind of reminded me of a piece that I found, not on my paleo site here at the house, but I have the area that I live in was extremely populated for generations upon generations upon generations. The pre-Clovis people that were here, the Paleolithic people that were here, they've been here for a long, long time, and eventually their great grandson was now known in a time period era as Clovis, or a woodland Indian. Okay. There were a bunch of different tribes within this area. I live in Virginia. I live right here out southwestern Virginia. I can be in Carolina in probably about 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, somewhere right in there. I can be in Tennessee in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on which part I hit. I'm say an hour and a half from Bristol, Virginia, Bristol, Tennessee. So with that said, I can be in Kentucky in an hour, less than an hour. I can be in West Virginia, same amount of time. I live in a nice spot in Virginia where I'm completely surrounded by the 3 states. I live on the New River, by the way. I'm probably 2 minutes from the New River. So to the nut and stone, so that I'm not rambling on. My whole point of rambling on to begin with, it was holy smoly, about the nutting stone and my thoughts on it, and that what I was trying to say, or the whole reason I started rambling, was my site is just me on the Paleolithic dig, okay, which is here in my area at my house. Now I can go to my buddies, which is 6-7 miles up the road, and that's where we have found another camp. Not so much a home place like mine, but a camp to where we find a lot of Clovis points, so-called, the true artifact, or the one that a lot of people start off with and really can't or don't want to open their eye to an older group of people. Same people, just like I said, it's just generations. Maybe different tribe, but you know what I'm saying. So with the so-called nutting stone, my finds, and this stone that I'm about to show you is from the Clovis woodland period Indian site. I usually don't show any of that material, rock artwork or anything like that, and I don't have but a small handful. of the woodland period stuff. I'm more interested in the Paleolithic, and especially since all I have to do is walk out my door and bend down, pick up a few rocks, and say 5 rocks. I'm guaranteed 3, 4 of them out of the 5 are going to be worked rocks or have hand artwork on it. Okay, so I'm gonna flip around because I'm already 5 minutes into it and I'm rambling. Sorry, Dig Dug. I hope you held on. Here we go. Okay, so we'll look over this piece for a minute. There's really not much in the form of faces, animals on this stone. Now, stones, I like hands-on approach 100%. I'll play with this thing, until I figure out who owned it. Was he right-handed? Was he left-handed? Was it possibly both? Because within these, you can feel how it's supposed to be held. I mean, if you hold it, your fingers tell you, where your hand placement goes. Right there is smoothed on down. Okay. So with that being said, and I'll show you that side too, because that's a hole. That's just a smaller one. Okay. Compared to this one. Now this one, you can see over time, they changed sticks. Now they did put a little bit of artwork in it. You see the grooves right here. Okay, see them? All right. Now, so what this piece was, okay, so I got it held. My stick would go inside here. It's got a little weight to it. Now that stone that I'm talking about that you have, it's got some decent weight to it, it looks like. Okay, so the stick would fit into this, and this is the top. Okay, the stick would go in there. This is the top where, and you can see the oils right in here in this rock. Okay, where the palm laid. My thumb fit right there. Now, there's different ways to hold this rock. Okay, they used it for different reasons. But we'll go back on this big hole. So there we go. I'll back up a little bit. So they applied pressure to the top, and this was, say, for a bow drill, to start fires or to drill into other rock. You attach a stone drill bit to the end of the stick instead of nothing at all, trying to make the fire with friction. Now they attach the drill bit to the end of the stick, and this is the weight to where they apply all their pressure on it. And it's, right hand. Now, here's a hole to where I'm not exactly sure. I don't see it. I don't see it being. I don't see it being the same as that one. To use that one, this thing fits in my right hand. And everywhere there's a little indentation, the fingers that fall there fall into place, lock into place. All right. Now, when I hold it in my left hand, say if somebody's making the fire, left-handed person, for some reason my fingers are locking in there, right? You can still feel another smooth groove. Lead a girl. You can still feel a smooth groove. And now that hole for applying pressure down is, got it out of focus, is in spot. There's a wobble spot. See that there? From where it's not as much downforce or pressure applied as that hole. That, you've got the whole base of this rock. But so that's my thought. They're not, a nutting stone to me would be let's see, let's I got this piece somewhere right here.